Some of the monthly events in Red Dead Online have given us amazing opportunities to grind money, like the Times Trader has had double money sales in a few separate event months. Moonshine sales were also paying double several times before too, and for the entirety of the month of March, the Bounty Hunter role had triple money payouts for legendary and infamous bounties. The monthly event bonuses for July, however, are seen as the absolute weakest by many, and there's a few reasons why that's an accurate statement, but we will nonetheless be breaking down all of the best ways to capitalize on these bonuses and make tons of extra gold and money by playing the game this month. If you're smart with running these missions and engaging with these activities, and you selectively pick and choose where to focus your efforts, you can still make some big time gold and money. So with that said, let's get started. If you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date and in the loop with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. The bonuses for the July event consist of double gold and XP on Call to Arms missions, double money and XP on all Stranger Free Roam missions, triple money on featured series, double character and double role XP on all Bounty Hunter missions, and lastly, triple XP on gang hideouts all month long. This was covered by us on our Tuesday morning video. However, for refresher's sake, we're going to be breaking down each of these bonuses and giving a full guide here. So, starting off with the most lucrative bonus that will allow players to earn around 3 gold bars, $300, and 4,000 XP in 45 minutes to an hour, we have Call to Arms. Base payout for Call to Arms is 1 gold bar and around $300 and 2,000 XP for completing all 10 waves, not counting any of the XP earned from kills, free aim, challenges completed, etc. It should be noted, however, this does vary a little bit depending on if you're a solo player running this content, or if you're playing with randoms, or if you're playing with friends in a posse and completing these 10 waves. It turns out that playing in a posse does actually reward you slightly more than running things solo, which is incredibly weird considering the workload is shared between up to 4 players in a shorter time frame versus just one player completing the entire Call to Arms mission solo, but that's just the way Rockstar made this activity. If you have friends to play with though, it's advised you play together. If you don't, or if you just prefer running things solo though, that's totally fine as well. This mode is still extremely lucrative with the double gold bonus. Now, those payouts I mentioned are for the full payouts for completing all 10 waves. If you were to unfortunately get killed during any of those waves below wave 10 and you fail the mission, you'll get paid 20 gold nuggets per wave completed this month. So 9 waves is still 1.8 gold bars, but the money you're paid out decreases significantly. So for players who are not super confident that they can master all 10 waves here, there is a very viable strategy of only completing the waves you're comfortable with. And I recommend blowing yourself up on wave 5 so that the mission ends, and instead of abandoning it, you can simply hit the replay button to replay the Call to Arms mission. The game doesn't alert you about this, but if you were to fail on wave 5, for example, you would receive the full payout for the 4 actual waves you completed. You get your gold, money, and XP, and then you can simply try again by replaying the mission. And if you're wondering why I'm making an example out of wave 5 here, it's because that is when the waves really ramp up in difficulty and the time it takes to complete each wave really starts to increase, and soon war wagons start spawning at wave 7, enemies with machetes spawn, and if you aren't careful they can actually sneak up with you and melee execute you. You know, there are overpowered snipers, bullet spongy bucket head enemies, etc. It's just a bunch of the enemy spawns you've previously seen from legendary bounties all put into one mode that you're gonna have to deal with during the higher waves of Call to Arms. So wave 5 is a really good spot to end and replay. Remember, don't abandon the mission, otherwise you have to wait that 48-minute cooldown timer, so only abandon when you're no longer interested in playing, or you ran out of time, or you just want to take a break. But wave 3 or 4 also works too, and it's a little bit more friendly to the newer players out there, but it could still be challenging if you're coming up with an absolutely fresh account at level 1. Completing all 10 waves without a really good ability card loadout, powerful weapons, and tonics can serve as a big hill to climb over, but I have full confidence that if you take this slow, you will succeed. Feel free to play on any map. I simply recommend Blackwater as a good starting point as there is lots of cover, and the higher waves, if you do go for them, you can stand on top of the theater or on the bank of Blackwater for good sniper advantage points, and you don't need to expose yourself to those war wagons down below or anything like that. Just watch out for the enemies who may climb up the ladder to get to you. My preferred loadout for the Blackwater map is 2 sawed-off shotguns as my sidearms for close range support, a Lancaster repeater for medium range, and then a Carcano rifle for those long range engagements like taking out the war wagon dragon turret operators, for example. For ability cards, I'm usually rocking my typical loadout that I've been using since February 2019, and that's Painted Black, Eye for an Eye, Strange Medicine, and Cold-Blooded. The next bonus we're going to be discussing is double money on stranger missions. With this bonus, 12 minutes per stranger mission is your key here. Not only does that ensure that you get 32 gold nuggets and XP that's being accumulated at optimal levels for speed and the amount of time it takes you, but it's also on average going to yield between $35 to $40 per stranger mission this month. I did a nice mix of bushwhacks, jailbreaks, recovery missions, and destroy supply missions, and my average payout for 10 12-minute stranger missions was all within that range. Stranger missions also have slightly different payout structures per minute depending on the mission type itself, so some missions you're going to get a little bit more and some a little bit less, and that's why I gave a range here. For example, one 12-minute mission results in $34.17, and a 10-minute mission results in $30.10. For an On the Hunt mission for Hamish, I received $36.77 for spending 12 minutes on the mission, and on another mission I was awarded with $35.77. The same applies if you want to aim for quicker mission completion times. Then you're also looking at what would be a few different payouts for 5-minute missions as well. On a wagon repossession for Josiah Trelawney, I received a payout of $13.64 for spending 5 minutes on the mission, but on a wagon repossession mission that took 5 minutes, I received $14.75. So from this information, we can come to the conclusion that the small differences in payout here come from the fact that you're doing different missions despite you taking the same amount of time to complete that exact mission. And there are other small circumstantial payout differences even between two of the same types of missions as well, like on the hunt missions, bushwhacks, repossessions, stolen horses, etc., whatever you're doing. But thankfully, all of them fall into that $35 to $40 range, which makes double money stranger payout missions more profitable than standard free roam bounties and even infamous bounties, as well as blood money crimes and contracts for the same amount of time spent, like 12 minutes, for example. Not a whole lot, but there is a difference, and we proved that just now. So with that info in mind, players who are sick of grinding bounties or blood money missions can try out the double money stranger missions and enjoy that. Now this one's really self-explanatory here, but we also have double money featured series on the showdown mode this week. Again, self-explanatory, but for those who don't really know how powerful of a bonus like this can be, let's quickly chat about it. Each match lasts around 9 minutes, and that's a lot of money, gold, and XP accumulating over time. You just need to be present when the match ends to get your payouts, but not everyone likes PvP, of course, and that's where I would argue the better and much more lucrative money-making strategies that come into play like we just talked about. But if you are interested in this bonus this month, we seem to have some pretty fun featured series modes to try out. We have Explosive series this week, Hardcore Most Wanted series next week, Hardcore Plunder series for the 3rd week of the July event, and the Hardcore Spoils of War series, and then Hardcore Last Stand series to look forward to for the final week. Especially Hardcore Last Stand. I love having a dedicated playlist just for that game mode. It's super fun. Now, the final bonus we have, or one of the final bonuses, is 2x character and role XP on bounty hunter missions. This bonus is just about useless for most players, except those who are having trouble ranking up the bounty hunter role fast. And in that case, your best bet is to just mix and match any free roam bounties. Anyway, infamous bounties, legendary bounties, you're pretty much good to go. As long as you're maximizing money and XP, you'll be maximizing gold and XP as well. Now, the last bonus is triple XP gang hideouts. If we can even call that a bonus, but you know, it's here nonetheless. I just recommend you check out the RDO map from Gene Rocky, just like he made the collector map. The RDO map is basically the sister map to it, and it's extremely helpful. I have that pulled up on my second monitor when I play the game, and it's extremely helpful for me to find all the gang hideout spawns, all that. But with all that said, that's my full guide for all the bonuses in the July event for Red Dead Online. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video today. If you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best Red Dead Online and Rockstar Games content, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. All that said, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.